Republican presidential candidate, Florida Senator Marco Rubio. Watch. Senator, great to see you tonight. Thank you for being with us. So now, having had just about a day to digest it, how do you see the results last night?
Well, first, we never said Super Tuesday was going to be the best night of our campaign. I mean, Ted Cruz's campaign was built on closing it out on Super Tuesday. We wanted to do as well as we could, pick up as many delegates as we could, maybe win a state, which we were able to do, and now move on to the part of the calendar we feel much better about. These were important states yesterday, obviously, and places we worked hard in. We were outspent in most of them because our campaign is built out over a broader calendar. So we're excited about the fact we got, it looks like, over 100 delegates when it's all said and done. We move now to the other states. We feel like we're going to do well there, and we're excited about Florida, 15th of March, where we think we'll be able to really take the next step forward in this campaign.
Do you agree now that it is not possible for you to secure this nomination short of a brokered or open contested convention?
Well, I think you can ask that of virtually everyone in this field at this point. From my end, we continue to work towards becoming the person who has 1,237 delegates. And that's the outcome we want to see, is for someone to have that, especially me. But I think if you look at the race the way it's shaping out now.
It's now for you to do it without getting to a brokered convention, is it not?
I think you can make that argument for virtually everyone in this race at this point. The front runner in this race is Donald Trump, and he doesn't have as many delegates as there are against him. 65% of the voters yesterday rejected Donald Trump, and I think he has a real problem moving forward, because usually front runners are people that are able to come out and say, all right, everyone, let's rally around the front runner for the good of the party. The opposite is happening here. You have people rallying against the front runner because they realize how much damage Donald Trump will do to the conservative movement if he becomes our nominee. So, Megyn, this is the most unusual political cycle in modern American history. You've been in the front lines and in the front row, and you've seen it play out over the last few months and over the last year. I think this is a very different election, and we're going to have to be a little bit more patient about how it plays out and see where it leads us. I can tell you where it can't lead us, and that is to the nomination of Donald Trump. This is a person who never in his business career has ever lived out any of the things that he now claims he wants to do for the American people, and he'll get destroyed in November by Hillary Clinton, and we can't lose this election to Hillary Clinton.
What do you make of Mitt Romney scheduling these remarks for tomorrow? Have you had any contact with him?
No, we stay in touch after different events. I'm sure he emails and talks to a lot of people, but I don't know what he's going to say tomorrow other than the report you have on the air now. But I think it's part of a broader narrative, and that is that usually at this stage in a campaign, when you have a front runner in states like Donald Trump is, you have everybody coming forward and saying, hey, for the good of the party, everybody get out and let's rally around this person so we can start working on the general election. The opposite is happening here. Everyone's trying to figure out how can we rally together to stop someone from becoming the nominee, because they know he's not a conservative, so he'll do damage to the conservative movement. He's never voted in a Republican primary before. He has dangerous views on foreign policy, dangerous and reckless views on the economy.
But you know the story.
And in track
you know
record,
the story with that. So but he manages to win with a plurality. So he wins with 35%, in a couple states yesterday 40%. I don't think it went above that. But he wins because the rest of the field is so divided. So until you guys consolidate on the opposite side, it is Trump's for the taking.
Yeah, so, well, again, I think there's real doubt about whether Donald Trump can ever get to 1,237 delegates. I just don't think he can get to that point if things continue. Now, look, March 15th will be the beginning of a change here. You're going to have states like Florida and Ohio awarding all of their delegates. If I win Florida on March 15th, as I intend to do, we're going to be having a very different interview and a very different conversation about the whole race. I mean, that's 99 delegates that go to the winner, and I feel very good about our chances there. But there's a lot of work ahead. Look, I'm an underdog. There is no doubt about that. I don't claim anything other than that. But it's a role that I relish. It's a role that I've been in my whole life. And quite frankly, this campaign is that important. What's at stake here is what kind of country my kids are going to inherit. And I do not want them to inherit a country where someone like Donald Trump is the president of the United States with his dangerous views on foreign policy, his reckless views on the economy, and quite frankly, his lack of temperament for the most important political office in the world.
Before I let you go, I have to ask you about Ben Carson today, saying he will not be at the debate tomorrow night, and it appears he's done with his presidential race, although he hasn't officially said that. Your thoughts?
Ben Carson I don't know him very well. I've only gotten to know him through this campaign, but our interaction with him and his family is one of the finest people I've ever interacted with. I have really come to like him and them, and we'll miss him at these debates. He was always a sense of calm off the set, in between breaks and so forth. I know he'll stay engaged and involved. He's going to speak at CPAC this week. We'll see what he has to say, but we'll miss him. He's a fantastic gentleman, and I wish him the best. We'll see how this plays out.
Well, we are here live now in Detroit, and I can tell you that the stage down below me, they just took off the 5th lectern. There are only 4, and one of them has your name on it, sir. We're looking forward to seeing you here tomorrow.
I look forward to being there, and ask everyone to go on my website, marcorubio.com.
All the best to you.
Thank you.